Welcome, my friend Scorpio. I offer you a reading for your astrology chart for the next 3 months, June, July, and August. We are reading 12 houses of your chart and the lucky message of the stars to you. This is your chart, Scorpio, to the next 3 months. I will begin with the first house. House 1 is the house of the self and the appearance, or the image that others see in you. It's the mirror where you see yourself and your truth, your goals and your objectives in it. What does the Scorpio mirror reflect to us to the next 3 months according to its astrology chart? House 1, it doesn't fall into any star, but is affected by the star 8, which located in the house before and represents the symbol of sun. The sun symbolizes alchemy, life, and power. The sun is one of the stars and refers to the self. It's the true identity and the true personality, and revolves around the mind more than the instinct. It also revolves around the present more than the past. It doesn't care about feelings. Most people consider it a cosmic force and mystical symbol of the mind. They represent it by the gold or diamonds and rubies. The sun rises on the self of Scorpio and make it more visible in the world, as it is a mystical symbol of the eyes of his insight. Scorpio, how does the sun reflect your light in your mirror? Here the sun is a symbol of divine light, inspiration and spiritual guide that opens your path and guides you to the right path. When you look at yourself in the mirror, you see how you have changed. Your view of things has changed. It is transmission at the level of the soul. You will care about things you didn't care about in the past. And you will leave things that were everything to you in the past. Your sun has risen, and from now, know how to receive the divine blessing. You will open to the world, but through the mind and the soul, and you will leave your feelings behind. You will feel that the sun of truth has begun to shine again on your soul, and fill it with love and divine understanding. Even if you feel lonely at times, as you are living in a chaotic world. During these difficult times, remember to turn inside you and focus on yourself. House 2 is the house of money and properties. Falls in it the star 10 and represents the deep valley. The valleys have a rich history of material, spiritual, and cultural significance. Many of civilizations has arisen in valleys. It's often said that the valleys are the beginnings of a journey before embarking, mounting to the highest summit and soul enlightenment. The valley marks the beginning of future financial abundance and indicates new opportunities on its way to you. House 3 represents the house of relatives, relationships, and the environment in which we live, also all our communications. Falls in it the star 1 and represents the good fairy. When someone says the word fairy, we often take a quick trip in the memory where the wonderful bedtime stories full of magic. The fairy symbolizes playing and illusions. They are a complex beings that slice between worlds, and it's described as living always in the present. The fairy wants you to ask yourself, Scorpio, is this their mistake, or do you have a role to play in this? Do you have to decide how to feel or to interact from a wounded place? It's okay to change your boundaries constantly. Doesn't matter if they cannot understand your point of view. Can you improve your communication skills? What is your intention? Let this fairy inspire you the truth, but let it to be the good fairy only. Inside every human, there is a good and bad, the dark and the light, the black and the white. If you see the dark, only the dark, in every human, that is not the truth. Try to separate your feeling from them even once. Try not to look behind them even once. Try to control your emotions and your intuition. Just ask yourself, what do you want? And separate your emotions and your ideas from the outside. The answer will come. Focus on your white side to reflect the good on your outside. House 4 represents the house of the family and your private home. It's a house of happiness and satisfaction. House 4 falls under the influence of star 1 and represents the symbol of pumpkin. Pumpkin is related with the rebirth and crops. It suits the harvest season that Halloween be every year. Pumpkins are lit with candles because it scares away the dark forces. Since the 4th and 3rd houses are under the influence of the same star 1, its message to you, Scorpio, is that if you follow the advice in the 3rd house, you will obtain prosperity and abundance in the 4th house. You will reap the safety and the inner peace. If you cut off the harmful plants around your thoughts, and if you convince the dark force that live on your emotions, always turn your feelings into joy and don't let it to control you. There is a specific exercise that can help you. If a negative thought comes to you, or if you feel a negative emotion, don't fall into the trap. Separate your mind from it. Tell it to go and replace it with a positive thought, feeling, or even a nice memory from the past. If you were able to control your thoughts and feelings, the reflection of your inner knowledge will be outside in your surrounding and in your family. House 5, the house of creativity, intelligence, and self-expression, and falls under the star 1 and represents the Orca whale. It seems that this star has a great impact on different aspects on your life in this period. The star 1 invites you to use the creativity and the intelligence of the Orca whale. Let's look now at the characteristics of this whale and what we can take for the benefit of Scorpio. The Orca symbolizes harmony and protection. It's said that the Orca protects those who travel far from home and lead them when the time is right. Here we can conclude that this whale has the spirit of guiding. It will guide you on your journey and protect you. The orca is known as the ocean lord or the ocean keeper. It asks you to communicate with your inner self through contemplation and soul searching. It indicates to you that all knowledge that you need is within your soul. It's an inner guidance. So the orca insists that it's the appropriate time to get inside. House 6 is the house of daily work or daily routine and the house of the health. It's also located under the influence of star 1 and symbolizes the lightning. The lightning is a symbol of sudden lighting and the destruction of ignorance. It's a form of divine message to honor those chosen. Lightning represents the symbol of freedom and liberation that frees your soul. The influence of the star 1 on the 4 houses will reach the 6th house to provide you with the strength to be free from restrictions. If you did what is asked to do in the last 3 houses. Lightning varies with its meaning from fear to good luck. You must face your fears, even if the sound of thunderbolt is loud. It's the sound of truth. The sight of lightning tends to elicit a large number of internal reactions. In ancient Celtic mythology, they were creating sacred spaces wherever they saw a storm, and wherever lightning strikes, that spot was sacred and was a point of contact. Look for this spot within you. Here lies the inner enlightenment. House 7 is the house of partners, connection and contracts, and the house of marriage too. In this house falls the star 9 and symbolizes the pelican. The pelican bird represents the teamwork, relationships and motherhood, and the power of will. The pelican inspires you to ask yourself, are you bent on a goal or treasure you want? Do like a pelican does, put yourself in a spotlight and watch for resources that come your way. Then be brave and catch your goal. If the target or the goal hurts you or hurts your feelings, you have to give up and sacrifice. Abandon your goal if you feel negative feelings through it, as does the pelican do when he gives up his food for the sake of her children. House 8 represents the house of transformation and falls under the influence of star 9 and represents the rainbow. In many cultures, the rainbow symbolizes hope. The rainbow appears during a rainstorm when the sun shines on the water droplets, shattering its white light into a group of wonderful colors. The rainbow promises better times to come. According to an ancient Irish legend, the end of a rainbow indicates a place where a pot of gold is buried that fairies have stolen from the Vikings. In an ancient Indian myth, the rainbow symbolizes the highest state attained before the nirvana or enlightenment. They are a bridge between worlds or between the earth and the sky. It's a path that leads to light. This arc here represents to Scorpio the hope, the promise, and the good fortune. House 9. It represents the house of the high spiritual concepts and the intellectual and body travels. House 9 is under the influence of star 9 and represents the symbol of sun eclipse. The eclipse is one of the most spectacular events in nature. The eclipse disrupts the natural order as day becomes night and vice versa. It serves as a symbolic gateway to a rapid change. It's the right time to focus on the inner change. The sun represents our focus on our personal desires. The solar eclipse provokes external changes that interrupt the path that we must take. House 10, it represents the center of the sky, the professional destiny, and the social success. The star 2 is located here and represents the oak tree symbol. The oak tree is one of the most beloved trees in the world, and for good reason. It's a symbol of strength, resistance, and knowledge. The oak tree is a universal storehouse of wisdom. It grows slowly and steadily. Its age exceeds 300 years easily, which make it a life symbol. It serves as a reminder to you that you have the power of overcome all odds. The oak tree invites you to stand firmly and steadily, and to feel the power of life running in your veins. Live all seasons of your life, and let your thinking higher. House 11 is the house of friends, support, and protection. The pyramid is located here and reflects to us the importance of your friends in your life. You will receive all support and protection from them in the next 3 months. House 12 is the house of hidden secrets and enemies. The star 8 is located here and represents the wood duck. The wood duck symbolizes the grounding because it's related with the tree and plants. If you feel any negative feeling, do the grounding. Take off your shoes and walk barefoot. Let the negative energy go out from your chakras feet. Like the trees, its roots are deep and extended inside the ground. Sit under a tree and imagine your roots extended inside the earth, and let the negative energy go down and free your body and your aura from it. This exercise helps you to strengthen your aura and create a deep contact with your higher self. The message of the stars to Scorpio. The star 1 falls here and symbolizes the Polaris star, or the North Star. The Polaris is one of the most famous stars and also known as the guide star, as it served as a beacon of inspiration and hope to many. The Polaris reminds you of your childish innocence linked to desires and the importance of making our dreams come true. When you look inside yourself, you can search on your internal compass that will guide you. This star is located close to the North Pole of Earth. The Earth rotates one a day on its axis, which is an imaginary line that passes across the Earth from the North Pole to the South Pole. When the Earth rotates on its axis around the North Pole, where lies the Polaris in the center of rotation, without seeing the Polaris moving, while the other stars are seen moving. This picture was captured at the night sky over Hawaii by leaving the shutter open for a long time. The image captured the apparent motion of the stars, while the Polaris is fixed on its place without moving. For that, the meaning of the North Star was linked to the crown chakra of the earth. If you can connect with this spiritual chakra of earth, you can heal your body and your soul. It's like a gateway to a supreme spiritual world. Sit in a quiet place and let your destination toward the north. Close your eyes and imagine the North Star shining in front of you. Imagine that it supplies you with a silver power cord and the silver energy purifying your aura. Gives you pure awareness and makes you happy and in good health. Place a picture of a golden or silver apple in the northern direction of your home or room. It reflects the good physical and mental health in our subconscious mind. Turn your inner compass toward this star whenever you feel lost. Thank you for watching. If you like our video, don't forget to subscribe and like.